Well, hello there to all the listeners. This is a bit of a short podcast, really, more of a shortcast, I guess, but an important point to make nevertheless. So what I wanted to ask the question really was, how do you keep in touch with reality? Well, relatively recently I had a belated birthday treat. It had been postponed by a month due to a little vacation in hospital, unfortunately, but I was ready and raring to go. So I went to the National Mining Museum, which was at the old Caphouse colliery near Wakefield in Yorkshire. It was an absolutely brilliant experience, plenty of stories from ex-miners. And of course, one of the guys that actually went down and took his granddaughter down, he was an ex-miner as well, so we had a double helping. But the highlight was not just the mining museum there, but it was, of course, going down the pit. So on the way round, we got into an enclosed gallery where the whole point was to see how people worked in enclosed spaces, and we've just been talking about miners' lamps and things like this. But we were also invited to experience working as some of the miners had done years ago, or rather, more to the point, some of the children worked years ago, and that is completely in the dark. So we all turned off our lamps and experienced real pitch black. It wasn't like going to the theatre or the cinema where the lights are turned out. There were no chinks of light, nothing, absolutely nothing. So if somebody had spun me around and said, "Now find the door and see if you can get out," I would probably still be there. In fact, the only direction I knew for sure was down, since I could feel the weight on my feet due to gravity. So this led me to think, do you have a mechanism, either personally or maybe in your business, for keeping in touch with reality, especially when the signs around you might produce some very conflicting signals? So what do you do to avoid keeping yourself in the dark? If you have any ideas, I'd love to know. Send me your news and views at Derek@derekcheshire.com. See you next time.